Hey everybody, Mark here. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. And today I'm going to show you a 5-second strategy inside a pocket option that I absolutely love. It has treated me so well. It's allowed me to take a few $100s and turn that into a few $1,000s. And I'm on my way to a $4,000 mark just using this strategy alone. Now, I've made other strategies and have performed other strategies with the different videos that I have. But I would say about 95% of the time, I always use this one strategy. And it's very easy to set up. And I'm going to walk you through everything. And so for those of you that are coming back, you are some long time viewers. Welcome back. You know the drill. You know how we do things on this channel. And I also got a new microphone. So let me know how you guys like the sound. So let's go ahead and just walk through this. Now, it's really simple to set up. And one of the great things I like about this strategy is that there's no indicators, okay? You don't have to draw on the chart. You don't have to make trending lines or anything like that. You really don't even have to follow the trend. You can just take the trades based on the color of these 30-second candles. So let me go ahead and show you how to set that up. So right over here with the chart settings inside a pocket option, you'll just want to make sure that you're on the regular candlesticks. I think by default, it's on the line chart. So you just want to make sure to set, just go ahead and set that to candles. And then so for the time frame, you'll want to select S30, which means that each candle will represent 30 seconds, okay? And then over here on the expiry, which is how long the trades will last. This is the duration of the trades. So over here, go ahead and click on S5, and that'll make sure that's set up correctly. And you must be using an OTC asset. That's just because, if you want to trade with less than a minute on the expiry, you have to use any of these assets, but they have to have the initials OTC. Okay. So any of these markets up here will work just fine. All right. And yeah, so let's just jump in here and I'll show you how to do this. Now, there's two parts when you trade inside a pocket option or any kind of trading for that matter. You've got your strategy. It's that one strategy that you stick with every single day. Then you have the money management. And so for the money management, what we're going to be using, of course, is the Wealth Warriors Trade Manager. This is a highly advanced trade manager with mathematical calculations. It allows you to win even if you have some losses. And this is available to all of the VIP members. We've got over 1,900 active users right now that are using this and seeing extraordinary results. Here's some of the feedback and some of the reviews and testimonials. We have a lot of members that have just voluntarily have sent me their screenshots and withdrawals. They send me the dashboard inside of their pocket option account and just can't believe the results. Now, guys, results are not typical. We all know that most people lose money with trading, so you have to be very careful. You never want to invest or put in more than you're willing to lose. That's the name of the game. But for those of you that choose to play this game, and we've got a lot of members that have decided to do it, they jump in there, they learn the tools, they take our advice on our different strategies, they've joined the group, and the results are just astronomical. I've also got over here, just wanted to share with you guys something that I've never done before because we have a group inside of the Telegram group. It's a channel where we only collect withdrawal screenshots from the members. So, we've got members that do daily withdrawals. We have members that do monthly withdrawals from Pocket Option. And so we can see all those screenshots of those successful withdrawals. So you guys know that it's working. And all those rumors and all that stuff that, you hear on Reddit and everything, guys, it's not the experience that we have in the group. So long are the days where we have the fear, oh my gosh, if I put money in a pocket option and am I going to be able to take it out? Guys, if you're verified and everything's clean and clear, pocket option will allow you to withdraw. And they have up to 14 days to send you that money. Now, typically, it does not take that long. Most of the withdrawals can happen within 30 minutes to an hour, okay? So we've covered that. Now that's the group, but that's how you can get some of the trading tools and some of the spreadsheets. Now on our last video, I did 44 sessions with the Trade Manager, 44 successful trading sessions using the Trade Manager. I've logged all of those trades with 100% win rate. We made $100 yesterday, very easy. Now I don't want to say easy. I don't really like to use that word too much. I did have a little fatigue, but it only took me like an hour and a half using these tools, and which takes out the guesswork, and it's a lot less stressful. But we went through and we've completed session after session, and you can see that they were all profitable. It was a beautiful day, and so this is where the balance has ended up now. So just a little over, what do we got here? So a little over $3,500, which is awesome because I've been waiting to hit that number for quite some time. So what we're going to do is just reset everything out, and let's go ahead and get started with some trading, because I think that's why a lot of you guys came here today. Some of you guys say I talk too much or whatever, and you know what I do? You know, when I was in middle school, I got voted most talkative two years in a row. I was like, I don't know what I want to do with my life. You know, here's this guy that's talking so much. What the heck is he going to do? You know, and then you've got the guy in the corner that doesn't talk at all. And everybody's wondering, like, what's wrong with that guy? He doesn't talk at all. So this guy over here is talking too much and that guy's not talking. Man, it's hard to win, I tell you. So it's a big challenge out there, especially on YouTube. But we found that most people on YouTube that do talk the most, they seem to do the best, right? They're doing good. So hey, with that in line, I'm feeling pretty good about what I'm doing. So let's go ahead and jump in here. So we've got the first trade amount, which is 245. And so what I'll do with that, I'm not going to go into all the ins and outs of how this works. Let's go ahead and get started here. 245. I've already got that entered in a pocket option. And let's go ahead and begin and start doing some trading, man. We're pumped up. Didn't have too much coffee today. I'm doing pretty good. Always got to mention that coffee in all of my videos. But we're going to be looking for a couple candles here. And by the way, guys, if you've been long-term viewers, really appreciate the support and all of you for coming out to the video again. We have a lot of fans out there that have just given me so much love in the comments. Really love you guys for coming out and everything. Really appreciate it. Totally helps a lot. It helps the channel. You know, your support for subscribing, for liking the videos and leaving me comments, guys. You're really awesome. So it means a lot to me. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be taking a trade after the first 5 seconds of a 30-second candle. Okay. First 5 seconds of a 30-second candle, guys. This is not complicated. I'm going to be doing this, and you can watch me do it. So if you miss some of the instructions, it's okay. It's all going to make sense towards the end of the video. All right. We actually had a few members, a few of you that have just started doing this strategy for the very first time, and you're seeing great success with it. So I'm really glad to see that. 26.25, let's go in for a sell. At the and by the way, guys, you're not going to win them all. I won that. That was just pure luck. It looked like it was doing a bounce. But the reason I entered, because we're waiting for the first 5 seconds of a 30-second candle. So we count down from 30, 29, 28, 27, 26. And at the 25-second mark, whatever the candle color is the direction on when I or how I enter the trade. So if it's a green candle at 25 seconds, I do a buy. If it's a red candle at 25 seconds, I do a sell. Okay, guys, pretty straightforward. So there you go, and I'll be doing this over and over and over again, so you guys, it'll just start to make sense here in just a little bit. So when we win a trade with a trade manager, this is what everybody does. They come over here, they mark it with a win, and then they come over here and click on the new session button. That'll reset everything. And what we've done is that the trade manager will match the capital that we have inside a pocket option as close as possible. You know, it might be off by a couple pennies or whatever, but it just happens. It's no big deal. Let's go ahead and enter the next one. We've already got 245 entered in there, so let's go ahead and prepare for the next trade. We won on that chart. We can switch the chart if we want to. You guys can stay on the same chart and just wait for each 30-second candle to appear. There's so many ways to do this. And sorry if I'm talking too fast, but sometimes that happens. It was green at the 25-second mark, but it looks a little bit indecisive. Okay, so that was an L. What do we do if we have an L? We come over here and we just mark this with an L, and then the next trade amount is 512. So it's giving us the trade amounts for us, so we don't have to trade it. We don't have to guess and figure out what those trade amounts are. So 512, and I will just go ahead and just repeat this process. That's all I do. And that's not looking, it's looking decent, but I'm going to go ahead and just switch it. And I'm typically looking for a chart, you know, something that's moving. And if it's just sitting there, really not If there's not really a whole lot of price action, I'm probably just going to go ahead and skip. There are times when the price will bounce off of different zones and stuff like that, but I don't really use drawing tools. This is something that's not required, but you could see the price is rejecting off of this area. It's the same area up here. It could have happened maybe in the past. You can see it's touched here, touched there, touched there. So it just keeps rejecting off of this, but we don't know. There is going to be a time when it's going to break through this zone. We just don't know when that time will be. So there's just no way to predict that. We only have trends and stuff to follow. So let me go ahead and just clear this up here. That looks decent. Let's go ahead and do a late entry here. We've got about 3 more seconds to go, 2 more seconds, and there it is. That's a W. And if you guys are wondering which strategy I used to have all of these wins, that's the strategy that I'm doing right now. Okay, just to let you know. So I'm doing the same strategy. Haven't changed anything. Fast 5. If I find another strategy that I like better, then God bless. But for right now, it's just been the Fast 5 for a very, very long time. So it's been months. This is really the only thing that I use. So let's go ahead and complete this session. This is how you do it. I'm going to repeat the strategy and show you guys a few more entries so you guys have this down. The trade amount, it's still at 245, so pretty simple. Let's go ahead and take this back down. Yeah, so I got this new microphone. It's okay. It's taking a little bit of time to get used to. Just thought I would go ahead and try it out. So far, so good. It sounds pretty good, and it's very close to the quality of the other microphone that I had before. There we go. So we're way down here at the bottom. Let's go ahead and scoot this over. We've got 2 more seconds to go, and there it is. Let's go right over here and mark this with a win. We got a win, guys. And then go ahead and click on new session to go ahead and complete that. And let's see if we can get a little bit of a losing streak. Not something that I want to have, and nobody wants to have a losing streak, guys. But sometimes that will show the power of the trade manager and how you're able to kind of manage your trades, which is really hard to do in your head. When you're thinking about that stuff. Let's go ahead and enter. We're at that 25-second mark. We need a little bit more push down. 1 more second. There we go. And that is a win. So back over here, we mark this with a win and then come over here to the new session button and clear that out. The Trade Manager has a lot of different automation features. If you guys are wondering what happens if you do have multiple losses, well, let me go ahead and show you that right now. So over here on the results, let's just say you have a loss. You have a loss, you have another loss, you have another loss, and another loss, and another loss. Maybe this has happened to you, right? And you're wondering, like, how in the heck am I going to get out of this hole? Or what you may find is that you keep breaking even, or your balance just stays the same. It doesn't really go up or down. You're sitting there buying and selling, and it doesn't really seem to go anywhere. But here's what would happen. You can see that when you have a loss, the trade amounts get a little bit larger. They get a little bit larger if you lose that one, a little bit larger if you lose the next one. It's not exactly a traditional martingale. It's a little bit different. It's a kind of like a Kelly criterion curve. It's not a linear curve. So it gives you more room to work with. You're able to handle more consecutive losses in a row. Where with martingale, you have like 6 losses in a row or something, and you're below your count. That's not what this is. You would have to have probably 10 losses in a row before you reach your account liquidation. And so that's something to think about. And I'm pointing that out now. I didn't really talk about it. I didn't really point that out a whole lot, but a lot of you guys are asking me questions. What happens if you have another loss and another loss and you just keep having losses? There are several ways to approach this. One way is to make sure that you have the stop loss alert turned on, which is over here. And currently mine is set to 20%. That 20% mark is an alert to alert you to stop trading, come back the next day, take a break, come back in the evening, come back in the morning or the next morning. If you just find yourself going down to a rabbit hole or whatever, and you just keep losing and losing and losing, guys, don't waste and blow your account. Don't do that. I'm going to give you a few tips on what to do so you can prevent doing that, okay? So now, if you keep losing, eventually you're going to get an alert. And here it is. It's a red background that alerts you to say, hey, you've just reached the stop loss threshold, which is over here, which is 20%. So at this time, you make the decision. Do I want to continue? Do I want to stop? What do I want to do? Right. Now you can lower this amount so that triggers with a less amount. Some guys do like 18%. You can do that. That's 18% down. So you're in drawdown, 18% of your total capital. So that's totally up to you. You're going to have this alert happen a little bit early on. So just keep that in mind. Now, let me give you another strategy. We have a member that's doing a $50 to $50,000 trading challenge using the trade manager. And he's also a part of the group. That is the Candle Builder. He's on YouTube. I'll probably leave the link below down in the description of this video. The guy's been making videos almost every day, despite getting over a cold and everything. Very inspiring. He just keeps on going. So I'm going to set this back to 20%. Okay, and I want to show you a different strategy that you can do. We're kind of done with trading for now, but most importantly, what do you do when you find yourself in a bind and you keep having losses? And so here's the good news. I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to win most of your trading sessions. Okay, so I want you to keep that in mind. You're going to win most of them. If you have a strategy like maybe the Fast 5, although it's not for everyone, it works for me. I've got a short attention span, 5 seconds, I'm ADHD, whatever. Find one that fits your personality. So here's what you're going to do. Let's go ahead and clear this out. We've got clear buttons here. It makes it really easy. So here's a rule you can set for yourself, and it's the same rule that the Candle Builder does, okay? By the way, the Candle Builder also has videos inside of the group. He also has a downloadable ebook that shows his strategy and stuff. But if you have multiple losses, let's say you have 1, 2, 3, 4, set yourself a rule that if you have 4 losses in a row, you are going to stop. That 4 losses in a row at the beginning of the day could be 12, anywhere from 12 to 16, even up to 18% loss of your total account. Now, I don't want that to freak you out. Here's what I do want to tell you is that most days you're going to come out in profit. Okay. Now, for this type of rule, you might want to use something that's a bit more risky. Not saying I want you guys to take on a lot of risk. That's not what I'm saying. But if you're comfortable with your strategy and you have something really dialed in, then what you can do is just lower this amount to 8. Or I'm sorry, that's not right. Lower the total trades to 8. Now you can see you're going to make more profits after each and every session. You're going to earn more on your account, but it's just a little bit more risky. And instead of just trading all the way through, loss after loss after loss after loss, and going all the way down till it's 0, and you've used all your drawdown, all your capital, instead of doing that, stop trading, call it a day. Shut down the laptop, walk away. And don't do it when you've lost like 8 or 9 losses in a row. Do it early on. I know it's going to be hard to do. Make 2 pocket option accounts, whatever you have to do, but your main account where you've got most of your capital, guys, don't just trade it all the way through and blow everything. Now, on my videos, I'm pretty hardcore. The most I've had 8 losses in a row, and I've had 4 losses in a row a lot. But guys, most of the time, my sessions are mostly wins. So it doesn't really scare me that much. So now with 4 losses in a row, if you're doing like 1 out of 6, you definitely you want to just stop, right? Because my capital right now is 3,540. And if I stop at this, look, that's like nearly 18% of my account, right? We might just include an extra little column here that shows you how much percentage down you are inside of your account. That's actually a pretty good deal. Just came up with that. Might do that. There's always ways to improve this spreadsheet. But when you see that alert, if you get that alert, it's time to stop and then move on and then come back later, okay? Or even just forget it. Just come back the next day, because the chances of you winning the next day are way higher when you've had a losing day the day before. That's just the way the universe works. Don't ask me how, it's just the way it works. So remember, if you have a losing day or a couple losing days in a row, your chances of having a winning day on the third or second or third day are going to be much higher. And what I'm saying is you can earn back all of those losses that you had on the losing day over the next couple days, right? Okay. So maybe like 2 winning days make up for 1 losing day. You guys can do that. This is worst case scenario. Okay. You can go over to the Candle Builder. You can check out his website right now. I don't have a screenshot up on my screen right now, but I'll leave a link below for the Candle Builder. You can watch what he's doing. Okay. He's one of the members in the group, and he's very excited to present it to you guys. He's working hard, so go over there and support him. I'll leave the link down below. So there you go, guys. That's the strategy, and a little bit more of an insight and a different approach on how we can manage things a little bit better. And hopefully I've answered some questions that you guys have. Mark, what happens if this happens? And I hear you. Because I wanted those answers too. Like if I have like 10 losses or whatever, like what's going to happen? There you go. You guys can still manage things. You don't have to run your account into the ground. You don't have to take a couple $1,000s and just lose it all. And no, guys, use the demo account to practice. Stay away from the AI trading. I use that when I'm just making some fun videos about AI trading. I want to push it to the max and see what we can do. But guys, would I really take the AI trading button and pocket option that seriously? No, I won't. And I always have it turned off. I'm not using the demo, guys. This is my real account. Some of you guys said I use the demo. I don't use the demo. I can turn on AI trading right here. Here we go. There, it's on. Why don't I have that on all the time? It's because I don't want to accidentally click it, right? I just don't want that there. I like these 2 big buy and sell buttons right there, okay? So hope this helps you guys out. Best of luck to you. I wish you all the best of success moving forward with Pocket Option. Again, if you guys want to join one of the best Pocket Option groups online, I think, and it's a shameless plug, but I think it's one of the best groups ever. We've got a staff there to help us keep it a positive environment at all times. We're there to support you guys and also answer questions with Pocket Option, let alone, getting so many tips and tricks. If you see somebody in the group seeing great results and doing lots of withdrawals and stuff like this, I mean, go ahead and reach out to them and say, dude, like, what are you doing, man? Because you may not be getting those results, right? If you see some guy making like $100 a day withdrawing from Pocket Option, we've got some members doing a lot more. We've got members withdrawing like $800 every 2 weeks or whatever. It's all different. Everybody's different. We all have different account balances and stuff. So if you see something like that and you're really struggling, reach out, just reply and say, dude, like what's your strategy? Like, what are you doing out there? So I need some help. And we do this all the time. We're looking out for each other and we're all out there trying to win. So wish you all the best. Thanks for coming out today. We'll see you on the next video. Have a good day. Take care.